At the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan, the world was focused on the ice, but the real story was in the stands. As the Japanese world champion Kari Sakamoto took the ice, something strange happened. In the section under the Chinese national flag, there was a total void. Every single Chinese athlete and official had vanished. Imagine being an athlete from another country sitting just a few feet away. You see the grace of performance. You feel the Olympic spirit. Then you look over and see those cold, empty chairs. To the world, this wasn't a protest. It was a puzzle. They wondered, what are they so afraid of? This isn't just about sports. It's a sign of a new China, a superpower that has become vindictive. A giant that acts like a small-minded bully because it is deeply insecure at the top. To understand why this is happening, we have to look at when things changed. For decades, China followed a policy of hiding your strength and biding your time. But after the current leader took power, everything changed. Around 2017, a new style of diplomacy was born, wolf warrior diplomacy, named after a nationalistic action movie. This policy encouraged diplomats and citizens to be aggressive and loud. The leadership told them to show their swords and fight for dignity. The goal was to make China look strong. But there is a huge difference between respect and fear. While the wolf warrior style made domestic nationalists cheer, it destroyed China's international image. It turned potential friends into rivals and made the world see China as a country that can't handle a single word of criticism. In this wolf warrior era, Japan is often the primary target. The government uses anti-Japan sentiment as a tool to distract people from problems at home. When the economy slows down or people become unhappy, the leadership points a finger at external enemy. By walking out of the stadium in Milan, these athletes weren't just expressing a personal feeling. They were following a script written by the state. True confidence means being able to applaud your rival. But in China today, even a grace ice dance is seen as a political threat. This glass heart extends to the world of entertainment. Look at what happened last year in Shanghai. Japanese singer Maki Otsuki was in the middle of a song when the power was suddenly cut. The light went out and she was pulled off stage. Then pop icon Ayumi Hamasaki had her concert cancelled just hours before the start. This is embarrassing for a major country. Chinese fans save money and travel long distance to see their idols. But the authorities don't care about the fans. They use these artists as hostages to settle political grudges. If the leadership feels ignored on the global stage, they react like a child, pulling the plug on a toy. Why is the leadership so sensitive? We have to look at the Causeway Bay booksellers case in Hong Kong.
Earlier this week, Milan Winter became the fourth of 5 Causeway Bay booksellers to resurface in Hong Kong. He spoke to the press just over an hour ago, sharing details of his protracted detainment. But there is still one man missing this hour. I spoke to the daughter of the last remaining bookseller, Gui Minhai, and she says her father, who is a Swedish passport holder, is being held in China without trial.
5 men vanished because of a rumor that they were going to publish a book about the top leaders' private life. One man, Li Bo, was reportedly kidnapped right off the streets of Hong Kong. When a leader is so afraid of a book that he is willing to break international law to stop it, you know the country is being led by an ego that is dangerously fragile. This glass heart isn't a sign of strength. It is a sign of a regime that is terrified of its own shadow. This paranoia is now attacking Chinese culture itself. During this year, Chinese New Year, the Henan TV Gala, a show loved for its beauty, suddenly went black during the live broadcast and was erased from the internet. The suspected reason? A theme called "The Long Night Ends." To a nervous government, the idea of a long light ending sounds like a wish for a change in leadership. The tragedy is that many people in China might want to stay to clap and to create, but they are trapped. If an athlete claps for a Japanese rival, they could be labeled as a traitor by online nationalists and lose their career. In this system, your silence is your only protection. The wolf warrior policy was supposed to make China great, but instead it made China look small. Walking out of the stadiums and pulling the plug on singer doesn't show power. It shows a lack of character. Confidence is letting the music play and the books be published. By acting so pretty, the current leadership is shrinking China's influence and building a wall between its people and the world. What do you think? Can a country truly be great if its heart it is so fragile? Let me know in the comments. I am Stella, and this is StellaAngle.